Okay, so this is a circle. And if we take a look at a circle, some of you may remember that a circle has 360 degrees in it. Okay, and this doesn't mean the circle is hot. Okay, this is just how many degrees to turn. It's degrees of turning. Okay, and if a circle goes all the way around, which a circle does, that is equal to 360 degrees. Now, last week we talked a little bit about how do we know this. Okay, and this is how we know this. Some of you will also hopefully remember the word right angle. Please raise your hand if you remember the word right angle. Very good. Please raise your hand if you remember how many degrees is in a right angle. Okay, very good. So, please raise your hand if you can see right angles on this paper. Okay, please show me by your fingers how many right angles you can see on this paper. Good, most of you are showing me 4, and I would agree with that. And I'm going to draw them right in here. We have one right angle. Okay, we can call this angle A. We have another right angle. Call this angle B. We have another right angle. Call this angle C. And it doesn't matter what size I draw them. I could draw a nice big one over here if I wanted to. Angle D. Okay, so do you still agree that there's 4 right angles in the middle of that circle? Give me a nod. Good. All right. You're absolutely right. And then a right angle, we said, is like a corner, right? That we could draw another corner on and make a square. So it doesn't matter how big we draw it. If we can draw another corner on and make a square, then it's a right angle. Okay, and it doesn't matter what direction it's facing. Could be over here, but as long as we can draw this corner, one to the other, and make a square with it, it's not a very good square, then it's going to be a right angle. Okay, my line got a little bit thick there, but if I draw it again for you, you'll see. Okay, so you agree that these are right angles, right? Now, these angles, one right angle equals to, do you remember how many degrees? Raise your hand if you remember how many degrees. Okay, now you check it and see. It equals to 90 degrees. Okay, so how many, please show me on your fingers, how many sections that have 90 degrees are there in this circle? Please show me on your fingers. Very good. If you see 4 sections of 90 degrees, you would be correct. Okay, so if you just take a look at this, you could use your times tables and you could say, well, let's see, I know 90 times 4. Now, we didn't do our 90s. Okay, we did our 4s and we did our 9s. But do you remember the trick I showed you? If you just take the 0 off the end, raise your hand if you can remember what is 9 times 4. Oh, most of you remember it. Can you show me with your fingers what is 9 times 4? Good. 9 times 4 is 36. So we're going to write the 36. And how many zeros do we have in this number altogether? Show me with your fingers, please. How many zeros do you see in this number here? 1 0. That's it. So we just add 1 0 to the end. Do you notice a pattern here? Do you notice something that looks similar? Look at this. 360 degrees and 360. So that's how we know that a circle is 360 degrees. Okay? If we come all the way around this circle, it's 360 degrees. And now I'm going to give you a chance to ask any questions you might have.